Good morning. This is the third day of trying to do something that I'm not sure why. And Jay just here to accompany me in it. We just finished the readings. We're in Jordan. I'm going to put this down. Um, so today was kind of interesting. I was just thinking about, as I woke up, about the evening we had last night. And we just sat down talking about Jesus, interesting, challenging conversations, and a very flamboyant person just shows up, looking like Kid Rock, right? And and we introduced each other. He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "You look cool," and he says, "It's from D.C. and Puerto Rico." Definitely does not look Puerto Rican, and I was kind of interested by the whole view of Puerto Rico. I was like, "You're definitely not Puerto Rican," but from there got into this whole kind of what my past used to be and what I don't miss about it. And I just couldn't wait. He kept talking about politics and government and things and money and stuff. I just was stuck with saying, I just want to talk about Jesus. How do I get this to talk about Jesus? And I was trying to find a way, but the guy, really strong, very focused, was just bam, bam. And I was like, okay, what about me? You know what I like? And I talked a little bit about what interested I thought in the conversation him, but I quickly changed to this. I said that, right? Jesus. And then after that, everything changed. He talked about Jesus and how he's in Jordan to promote the tourism by Christian tourism, if you want to call it that, by creating the 2030 year anniversary of the baptism of Jesus Christ in Jordan, and how that could create, a whole unification of Christianity. And we talked yesterday about John the Baptist and leaving to Egypt with small Jesus. And I just keep thinking about God's plan. And he's like an ordained minister. This guy is doing everything with God, and you could see how God has just blessed him. And he has an energy at 2 a.m. that was incredible. So with that blessing, as I was thinking about that this morning, we came into our readings, and it started with a very interesting and simple way to say, drink of his water, and a stream will flow out of it. And that's what's happening. When you start talking about Jesus all the time, you get such thing as you got last night. This whole stream of discussion and energy and spreading things. And it's just an everlasting stream. Nobody can take the water out. It's just going to keep filling. If you just drink a little bit, look how small this is. Drink a little bit. You can just do incredible things with it. And that's was what this started with. Then as we moved into a table with Jesus, it's about, hey, he promised you that the Messiah was coming. He told you he's coming. And how good does it feel when you just stand still, although you're just about to give up, and it smacks you in the face with the realization of the promise. And you're like, oh, he's there, right? He keeps doing that to me every day. Every day something interesting happens, and you think about it. It's not perfect. It's just beautiful. It's the beauty of believing and understanding that in God everything is possible, and we just need to let it be. And then my friend Matthew McConaughey said, hey, don't think about the future, don't think about the past, think about today, because God has everything else. God doesn't want you looking back. God doesn't want you to look in the future, because when you think about the future, you're going to start controlling that. You're going to start planning it. You're going to start expecting it. You're going to start, oh, I got to wake up at 10:30. I got to wake up at this. No. He's saying, I got the future. Just worry about today. Be good today. Help today. Do the right thing today. Not tomorrow. It's his. Tomorrow's his. Just leave him to tomorrow. And forget the past. The past is behind. As we come to the book, JJ and I were talking about where do we want to start, and we went to the death of Moses, and it's interesting, right? Because it's a very simple, clear story that we come to learn that I've learned about the death of Moses differently, and as I read in the Bible, right, there's a piece in there that's missing, which is when God asked his angels to go and bring Moses, and there was a whole challenge about that. But then as he brought him up, as he got up to be with God at Mount Nebo, right, he showed him the promise fulfilled. He's like, it's right there. I told you about it. That's it. That's what I told you about. Didn't I tell you? I'm showing it to you. But you're not going in there. You're not going in there. But I wanted to show you that I fulfilled my promise. Right? So the last thing Moses saw was God's promise fulfilled. So today we go into this journey to see that promise. And we're blessed. We're just thankful to God. You know, today's a day in the U.S. represented by the pilgrims as they colonized and came into America, and they created this thankfulness and a day to celebrate thankfulness. And every day I'm thankful to God, and we're thankful to God every day. And that's what is incredible, is that, you know, all we have to do is just thank him. That's it. Every day. That's all he wants. He doesn't want you to ask him for things. He doesn't want you to, he just wants you to thank him. Because with that gratitude, he recognizes that he brought his son, sinless son, to die for us, giving us love, giving us forgiveness, and giving us the ability for us to love one another with the true commandment of love each other, you know, and respect each other, help each other, and we're blessed. We're very blessed to have that. You know, I wanted to kind of just recognize this journey and continue to put it down. So, thank you.
What are we doing today?
So today we're going to go to Mount Nebo, and we're going to go to the Jordan, and we're going to share a transportation to somebody that we met last night that needed it. And interestingly, we met the youngest ambassador to the UN, and he'll be joining us, coincidentally, because he needed a ride. And that's just how God works. You know, we'll talk about Jesus, and then we'll have another great day, and eventually we'll hopefully get to Petra, right, where our friend Paul talked a lot in. So we'll see what other plans God has for us. I'm not thinking too much about the future. I'm thinking about right now. So thank you for joining us. Amen. God's great.